Hello, Scorpio. This is like my fourth time, and I am not exaggerating, trying to get this message to you. Unfortunately, everything under the sun is interrupting this reading. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I don't know. I'm not meant to tell you what I see here or something. Something's going on. But I'm gonna try again, okay? We're gonna try this one more again. All right. Okay, so number one. Let's start out with this first. Okay. Um, you have Judgment. You have the High Priestess, and you have the Hierophant. So you've got some Taurus, Libra, Pisces energy going on. But this is a very profound. It's kind of spiritual. It's a message that's really extremely important because Spirit is trying to let you know that you need to use some discernment that requires you to use your inner and outer knowledge, meaning advice from friends or something that you've either heard a great deal of times or some type of message that lasts the test of time. Like it's a test of time type of message that it's telling you. Okay. um like like something that you know for certain. Okay, that's what it is. Something that you know from for certain, but also using your inner guidance, your inner wisdom. Okay. Anyway, I looked up this combination on losarcanos.com. That's LOSARCANOS. And what it says, it was very much so worded in a better way. So I'm gonna read it for you guys so that you get the gist of it. When the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and Judgment come together in a reading, the spread speaks to a powerful alignment between the inner world of intuition and the outer world of tradition. The High Priestess encourages you to listen to your inner voice, while the Hierophant points you towards the collective wisdom that has stood the test of time. Judgment's presence indicates that you stand at a pivotal moment where the blending of these energies calls for a significant transformation. The convergence suggests that your path will unfold as you honor both your personal insights and the guidance offered by structures and mentors. Perhaps it is time for you to step into a new phase of life that aligns more closely with your spiritual truths and calling. This reading invites you to introspect and evaluate your life's path under the light of your deepest wisdom and the expectations or teachings of the world around you. The blend of these cards may also signify the resolving of inner conflicts between what is known and what is felt, leading to an enlightened judgment that could transform your understanding of yourself and your place within the broader spiritual and social fabric. In essence, this powerful trio calls for a harmonious balance between the mysteries held within, the wisdom offered by tradition, and the need for self-evaluation to ascend towards your ultimate purpose or calling. Okay? Very eloquently put. You don't think? I think so. I thought it sounded great. Much better than I was doing when I was stumbling over my words. Okay, so anyhow, Scorpio, let's keep it going. You got the Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. That's divine, feminine, and masculine energy, air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy on the board. You have the Hierophant again, that's Taurus energy. Got the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Ugh, what a terrible ending. Ugh. Well, all right, so the Five of Wands is about conflict. Could have something to do with your ego or competition or a rival. It's a lot of aggression and tension. With the King of Pentacles, that's an abundant, prosperous man, a protective provider energy, reliable father type of energy. Then you got the Four of Pentacles. This is about being possessive or needing boundaries and limits. It could also mean that you're stingy. You have the Queen of Swords, who is an honest and fair but a cutthroat individual. Objective and truthful, but highly independent. The King of Swords is a logical and analytical, emotionally detached, strict and serious, authoritative type of energy. Okay? That couple is a powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with. Okay. The Hierophant is about traditions, higher learning, or belief systems. The Eight of Wands is about a fast movement. A fast-moving, quick decision-making, sudden progressive energy. Then you've got the Two of Cups. That's like a soulmate energy, unity, close bond, spiritual connection, something like that. You got the Seven of Cups, which is about choices and indecision, opportunities. To me, it's about not just having like a fantastical or looking through rose-colored glasses, but having too many options to choose from is part of that problem. Ace of Pentacles is about a new opportunity for abundance. You have the Five of Cups, which is about loss and grief, disappointment. Okay. Then the Ten of Swords is seriously backstabbed, betrayal. It's also about exhaustion, though, too. It could be a form of exhaustion. But, yeah. So, looking at these cards, what I'm getting off of this is, with that Five of Wands right out the gate, your thing starts with conflict. Your reading starts off with conflict. I think that you might need to check your ego, for one. And if it's not your ego, then your mate's energy, whoever it is that you're around, needs to check their ego. Leave their ego at the door. Sometimes it's not about you, it's about the bigger picture. The King of Pentacles is a very abundant person. They're generally secured and stable. I'm sorry, they're protectors and providers, and they're like a reliable father. Let me see. Is the King of Pentacles, is Scorpio showing up as the King of Pentacles in this reading? Spirit. Is the King of Pentacles Scorpio in this reading? Is the King of Pentacles showing up for Scorpio in this reading? Okay, not getting much. All right, hold on. Hold on, Scorpio. This might be telling me to use a different deck. Hold on, okay? Sorry, Scorpio. I had to say a quick little prayer and shuffle these cards up a little bit better. Okay, so according to this, you're showing up as the King of Pentacles. So you're either a very good dad, a reliable father, a provider, or protector, or you're secure and stable, or you're abundant and prosperous. One of these, or all of these. It could be all of these different things. I'm not sure. But if you are a female, take it as a good mother, or in the feminine, because the genders is just representative of the energy, not necessarily the gender as in sex itself. So disregard. Only take what resonates and throw the rest away. Okay? This reading is not necessarily for everyone. It is for the collective, so it will be general, not necessarily precise. Okay? So the King of Swords shows up, which you already have out here on the board. So yeah, you're showing up as the King of Pentacles. Let me break down this Five of Wands. What are you arguing over? What's this great, let's see. Clarify this Five of Wands. Clarify the Five of Wands, please, Spirit. The Five of Wands. It's telling you to be patient. You're struggling for balance right now in life. You're looking for some sort of balance. You're in the process of healing. You're healing from something. Okay. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Okay. Three of Cups. Okay. You need to be in celebration. You should be thankful. If you're not thankful for what you have, you should take a time out and be thankful for the things that you have. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Four of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Okay. Wait. Ace of Swords. You have a breakthrough coming. Something is going to wake you up. You're going to open up to a new realization of things. You're looking for contentment and financial stability is what you would like to have. Okay. Right now you're in this state of stinginess. To be honest, that Four of Pentacles, you're being a little bit stingy. You might need to also set up some boundaries and limits, and maybe stop thinking so much of yourself and think of others as well. Just saying. In order to receive, you must give, is what I just heard Spirit say. In order to receive, you must give. So if you want understanding, you must give in understanding. If you want comfort, you must give comfort. You must provide what you give as well. Okay? Provide in order to receive. Okay, so clarify this Queen of Swords. Yeah, your Queen of Swords has multiple responsibilities and priorities. They're very much so juggling to try to make everything, okay? So clarify the King and Queen of Wands, Spirit. Clarify the King and Queen of Swords. King and Queen of Swords. Did I say Wands? I'm sorry. King and Queen of Swords. Clarify the King and Queen of Swords. Spirit. Okay. Yeah, you guys are in a transition period right now. You're going through some changes. As a couple, it's almost like a rite of passage. Like something that you guys have to go through together and experience. Right now you're feeling, both of you guys are feeling confused as hell. Both of you guys need to take a time out to reflect and decide what it is that you want out of y'all relationship, where you want it to head. You guys need to stop competing with one another and work together as a team, because that's what a couple is. A couple is two. It's a pair. They work together, not against each other. So if you're not working for your partner, then you're not working for yourself, and vice versa. Why is the Hierophant here? I'm already knowing what it is. It's going to talk about the traditional relationship, like how really a man has the man's place, the woman has the woman's place. And if you both stay in your lanes and work together, you guys will grow in a traditional fashion. But that's not what's happening in your relationship right now, obviously. So clarify the Hierophant, please, Spirit, for Scorpio. Clarify the Hierophant. Thank you. You have the Four of Wands. Celebration, joy, harmony, relaxation, homecoming, home, and family. This is tradition, the traditional home and family, like I said, the traditional family home life. Yeah. So this is focused on your home, what's going on at home. Clarify the Eight of Wands, this sudden progress, this fast movement. What is the Eight of Wands here for? Clarify the Eight of Wands for Scorpio, please, Spirit. Eight of Wands energy. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Clarify the Eight of Wands, please, Spirit. For Scorpio. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to pick these up. There's way too many cards that fell down. And put them in the upright. Okay. I will take one of these. I'll put them all back. Okay. On the bottom of the deck was the Judgment card, though. I will add that. 8 of Wands. Clarify the 8 of Wands, please. All right. You have the King of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Okay, so who is the King of Cups? Who's the King of Cups? Okay, because Scorpio is a water sign. This could have been you, but it's not. This is someone else who's being deceptive, and they're coming in quickly with some type of trickery or secretive behavior, strategic planning, and independence. Is this person... Hold on. This is someone you're in conflict and disagreement with. They're about to tell you some type of lie, some type of trick. It could be masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like they might be trying to tell you, let's see, they're trying to tell you something, but it's not true, it's not verifiable. Clarify this, okay. Something that you need to reevaluate that has to do, I feel like someone's about to come and tell you a lie about your partner. Someone that might be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They're going to say something about your partner, but it is untrue. It is not true. So if you're hearing rumors, it's not true. Trust in your partner. Clarify this 2 of Cups. Thank you. Okay. You guys might need a timeout. You might be traveling. It is also, I see this. This is a travel card. Something about traveling and completing something. Something you're trying to complete. You need to do things together, though. The Page of Swords is here. This is about new ideas. You guys need to come up with new ideas to work on new beginnings between each other. You both have way too many options. Okay? Clarify the 7 of Cups, please, for Scorpio. Clarify the 7 of Cups for Scorpio, please. Clarify this. Oops. Thank you. All right, so I think you guys are in need of a vacation. And also, you or your mate has a pursuer, someone who's chasing you guys. Okay? You're feeling very burdened, and you need a vacation. You need to take some time out together as a couple and spend some time. But you guys are being pursued by either a fire sign or an air sign who's like low-key stalking your pages, your social media. I don't know where you know them for or why, but yeah, there's 3 people out here that are trying to get near you guys. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. You need to start planning for your trip so the universe takes you seriously, so that it can set it up in an alignment for you. But you have new ideas for money, new money coming in. Okay. There's there is a vision or progress, some expansion, something that you're trying to do or grow. A Queen of Swords who's an unbiased judgment person, a clear boundaries, a direct communicator. They're going to help you with this new idea or some type of idea that you got for new income and an expansion of something. Okay, clarify this Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? Yeah, you need strength to stop with all the arguments and the conflict. You need to stop with all the arguments and the conflict, okay? You need to stop all the arguments and conflict because it's you have deeper things that's definitely on the inside. You need to deal with your inside stuff so that you can deal with your outside stuff better. But if you want to have new love, like a shot at new love, then love yourself first. Heal yourself. You need to heal yourself instead of attacking others verbally with your words, okay? That's what Spirit said. Spirit said to forgive yourself, heal yourself, so that you can love those around you that love you. Clarify this Ten of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Swords, please. Something that you're anxious about. Some challenge. You trust someone and they stab you in the back. They betray you. You have a Tower moment. You need to manifest. Be more specific in what you want. Take time out and figure that out. What it is that you want, where you want to be, what you want to do. Yeah, I see that someone is going to betray your trust. I think that you have told a feminine person something, a deep down secret, and they betray your trust. But it works out for the best because whatever they told whomever who hears it, it actually works in your advantage, even though you're never the same with this person again because they betrayed your trust. You don't trust them anymore. That's what I see. Okay. All right. Oops. We're dropping cards as usual. I'm always dropping cards. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when you tell somebody something in confidence, it is very upsetting, even if it works out in your best interest, because it's a simple fact that they told something that they were supposed to keep, or they promised to keep. So yeah, it's going to change your dealings with a certain person who you shared something private, because they told, but it is in your best interest that they told, just so you know that. They told somebody, whoever it was involving, and it brings you some clarity and peace, and it ends a situation that was kind of messed up. However, it betrayed your trust, and you're not going to forget that very easily. You get a blessing for a fresh start, a blessing of the waters, so a blessing for your emotions. All right. You have extreme harshness, cutting off, erratic decisions. Be careful. Toxic, unhealthy, poison, delusions, nasty behaviors. Watch your, look at ego. Watch your ego, Scorpio. Watch your ego. It's going to get you in trouble. Arrogance, having too much pride, being stubborn, holding back. You need to work on some self-healing because this is really not good. Okay, no to your question. Whatever your question was, no. The answer is no. But there is love here. There is love here. Okay? Yeah, your mind is twisted. You gotta get your head right. Okay? And that means Stop using crutches and deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with the pain. Heal yourself. Okay, heal yourself. Forgive yourself. Okay, love yourself. Move forward so you have some harmony and peace in your life. Okay? Avoidance. What are you afraid of? Scared to face the truth? You're living in denial? You're running away from pain? That's going to keep you in this horrible state that you're in. Okay? Forbidden. Clandestine and fair? Family disapproves? Secret pleasures? Well, looks like you have some things you might need to get rid of. Hiding. Lies. Covering up the truth. Not telling the whole story. And questioning what's real. Yeah, that's what happens when you're hiding stuff. When you're hiding things, you start not trusting people because you're hiding. You assume everybody else is. You're at a standstill. You're not progressing right now. You're stagnant. Okay? Wind. You need the wind to blow some shit around and maybe get your ass out of this standstill. The crow, that's a message. You need to look. There's a message. It's probably in your dreams. Maybe. I don't know if you've been seeing crows a lot, but okay, the giveaway. That's what you need to do. Give away all of these burdens and negative thoughts that are clouding your judgment. Get rid of any addictions and habits. Boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. You need to set up some boundaries. Okay? Maze. Even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. You got to figure it out. Okay? Twin flame. Twin flames themselves contain an aspect of each other's personality, meaning whoever it is that you are calling toxic or you're thinking is so negative, look at yourself because you're probably demonstrating the exact same behaviors. You don't notice them in yourself, but you notice them in others. So that's why your twin flame is there, to hopefully help you see yourself and improve. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Ironic considering those first three cards was about your inner and outer judgment, the way you perceive things, the way you deal with things, your intuition, or from help and advice from the outer world. It's crazy. And this is a time for healing. Like I said, it's time to heal. Okay, you have a hole in your soul. But you're beautiful. You are very beautiful. Okay, judgment has been called, you know. You have to understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. You can't really judge nobody because you, just like the next person, has their own route. The grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective. Trust the weavings. So remember your roots. You got a lot of grandmothers. Seven of Ariel, you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Give solutions, success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energies. Okay? You have precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be minded and mindful not to waste others' time either. Indigo, the person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. Seraphina, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. Okay? Am I afraid to be seen? I don't know, are you? The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You are made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Today's soul action. What parts of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? Am I being authentic? Do I allow myself to be all of me? What do I need to feel so I can be safe to be seen? You might want to journal those answers. You have 1, 2, 3. This is about a vision. Your path will not look identical to anyone else's. That's what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay on that path that feels connected, the path will continue to lead you to alignment. Let your vision be as different as you are. Affirmation, my path is mine and mine alone. When I follow my path, alignment comes normally, naturally. It just flows. Balance. I find a balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and my soul. Okay? So that was your reading, Scorpio. I hope this time finally gets there because somebody was meant to have that message. I'm not sure who, but it took me 3 times to get it to you. So hopefully you got it. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you need a personal reading, that information will be found in the description box below. Please be good to yourself, be good to others, and I wish you light and love. Bye-bye, my Scorpio.